Hi, welcome back to Cooking with Charlie. This will be at the beginning of the video I'm talking about. I do have a couple videos to release before this one, but I wanted to make a video explaining something that happened during the video. I made some stir-fried rice today. It turned out real good. I loved it. My parents did too. But there's a problem with the video. My camera shuts off after 30 minutes. I didn't hear the camera shut off. Normally I can hear it. But I didn't hear it shut off. My dad didn't either. My dad realized about 10 minutes after it shut off that the video shut off. So the eggs that go into the stir-fried rice is cut out, and me putting the sauce into it is cut out of the video. I apologize. From now on, in the future, I'm going to set a timer for 25 minutes. That way I can go over, stop the recording, start a new one, and go from there. Because my camera, there's no way of adjusting the time on it. It has a built-in 30-minute shutoff. So that's the only thing I can think of doing. From now on, I'm going to set a 25-minute timer. So anything that goes over that, I can go over there and stop the camera and start it over. So I apologize for the video that, like I said, it'll be, I have 2 other videos to release before the one I'm talking about, but I apologize when you watch the video that the last couple ingredients is cut out of making it because I didn't hear my camera shut off. So I will try to make sure it don't happen again. But I just wanted to come on here and let you know what happened. Thanks for watching. Hello, welcome back to Cooking with Charlie. Today I'm making chicken fried rice. I have some butter here in the pan and a little bit of sunflower oil. I'm going to add my onions to the pan. I have a suggestion in the comments when I made my soup that I need to cook the onions first before adding the other stuff in there. And so I'm doing that. I don't know how long to cook them for. Cook them for a couple minutes. It says online at least 2 to 3 minutes. So I'm going to do that. Now, it was in a suggestion for me to make chicken and rice stir fry, which I thought chicken and rice stir fry and chicken fried rice was the same thing, but it's not. A chicken and rice stir fry, you use basically the same ingredients. To my understanding, if I understand this correctly, because I'm not a cook or anything, I'm just trying to cook a little better and cook healthier, make more stuff from scratch. Trying to get my weight down with things, eat a little healthier. And but it says that you make your stir fry, like, except you don't put the rice in it. You use it, you put it over hot rice. Whether with a chicken fried rice, you use day-old rice and you fry the rice with the rest of it. You fry it. So I guess that's the difference in it. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I'd appreciate it, because I'm new with a lot of this. I don't know a lot about what I'm doing with a lot of the stuff. It's just I look quite a bit of the stuff up online to try to figure things out, and that's why I figured out how to cook this. Most recipes I have it on medium heat. That should be fine. I don't want it too hot. I don't have a wok or anything, so I'm using what things I have. The rice I'm using is, if I can find it, just brown rice, bag rice. I don't know if this is okay for stir-fried rice or not, but that's what I'm using. The recipes I've seen call for 3. Some call for 3, some call for 4 cups of rice. One of these small bags is 2 cups, so I'm just going to use both bags. 4 cups of rice. Thank you for the suggestions. Like I said, it was suggested that I make this, so I said it was suggested that I make chicken rice stir fry. I really don't care for rice a whole lot. That's why I'm making it this way. I don't care for just plain white rice, which is what you put in the stir fry over. So I'm making fried rice, that way the rice is flavored up more. If you hear anybody in the background, my mom and dad is here today. They're going to be my food critics. I think I need to add a little more oil. I'm using sunflower oil. The bottle of sunflower oil was free, so that's what I'm using. I just use it all. I don't want to waste any of the mushrooms. It was suggested that I don't use, from a couple friends of mine, I don't use my hands, but I'm not a professional cook or anything. I'm just a home cook trying to eat healthier. So my hands are clean. I washed them before I started the video. I'm going to turn up the heat just a little bit. Add a little bit of salt and pepper. I said this salt grinder here for the salt don't work too well. I tried adjusting the size of it for the grinder stuff. It don't work too well for the salt I found. But the pepper grinder grinder works real well. Most recipes don't call for mushrooms, but I love mushrooms. I put about two or three tablespoons, I think two. I think I put 2 tablespoons of butter in it. Sorry, I sweat all the time. Even during the winter, this is how I go outside most of the time. I'm real hot all the time. I'm using a small bag of mixed vegetables. It says about 3 servings. Serving says 2/3 of a cup. And it normally calls for 1 cup of mixed vegetables. I'm just going to add the whole bag. Now for the sauce, I'm using teriyaki sauce, soy sauce, and oyster sauce. I'm using 2 tablespoons of teriyaki sauce, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, and 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. It was suggested by a friend of mine that I use teriyaki sauce because it don't have as much salt. Because the soy sauce is real salty. And with my blood pressure problems and stuff, I don't need all that salt anyway. That's another reason for eating like this, so I can control more of the salt and stuff content in it. And the way I'm cooking it, the chicken I'm using is a little salty as it is anyway, because I'm using a rotisserie chicken. I'm going to add the, I don't know how long to cook these for. As I know it's a little too much vegetables, probably, but I'm just adding the whole bag in there. I'm not going to use them for anything else anyway. It's quite a bit of food for one person, but I like making quite a bit of food anyway. That way I don't need to cook every day. And my mom and dad is here today to have some of it to try it. If there's something you would like to see me try to make, let me know in the comments. Or if you have a suggestion on what I should have done cooking this, or how I can improve it in the future, let me know. Because like I said, I never made this before. I really don't know how to make it. I'm just going off from several recipes and YouTube videos and things like that I watched, because I don't have a clue how to make stir-fried rice. So, if I'm doing it wrong, completely wrong, let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate it. I did get out a cutting board. I'm used to cutting stuff just up on the counter, which isn't a good idea. You have a lot of bacteria and stuff that stays on the counter even after washing it, gets any small cracks and stuff, and all that bacteria can get into the food, and you don't want that. So when I looked it up this week, because a friend of mine suggested that you need to quit cutting on the counter, she said you need a cutting board. When I was looking up cutting boards, because I have this one, this wooden one here, it's a pretty good size one. As you can see, it takes up part of the sink and runs through. And I got this from my dad. He got it where he used to work at. It's a nice cutting board. There's a stain on one spot. I tried sanding it. I tried cleaning it with, they suggest vinegar and different things. I tried it. It's just, the stain is just in the cutting board. But nothing I can do about that. But they said plastic cutting boards, they said you want to avoid plastic, the cheap plastic ones, because when you're cutting on it, you'll have small micro pieces of plastic that you're actually putting into your food. And you don't want to put plastic into your food. And they says any small cuts you get on that plastic, the bacteria, even though you wash it, the bacteria will go into that plastic and stay there, even after you wash it, and it's not good. So they said you're better off using a wooden cutting board, because they said wood has a, I forget, a natural thing in the wood anyway that helps to kill any bacteria that they get in any cuts, small cuts or anything on the board that you may put in there while cutting up the food. I don't like my vegetables real crunchy or anything. I don't know how long to cook it for. I'll cook it for a few minutes here. And my eggs, I looked it up, and different people do it different ways. They said there's no really right or wrong way of putting eggs in the stir-fried rice. Some people use eggs sunny side up and put over top when it's done. Some people use eggs over easy and put on top. They said some make like a small spot in the center of the pan to cook the eggs in and gradually mix the rice and vegetables and stuff into it. Some mentioned will take the rice and mix it with the eggs before putting it in the pan. I'm just going to put the rice and everything in the pan, cook it a little bit, and towards the end I will take my eggs or put my eggs in there and just mix it in with it. That's the way I'm going to do it. If it's wrong, let me know in the comments. But that's the way I was going to do it. Some suggest that you scramble your eggs first, but then put them in the pan. So let me know how you make it. As I said, I apologize. I sweat quite a bit. But I have my sauce here. I have everything here ready. All right. They said you can use canned vegetables, but if you do that, they said you want to put them in at the very end, because they will be too mushy. this way too. The vegetables is going to be a little crunchy. That's the way it's supposed to be. You want the vegetables a little crunch to them with stir-fried rice. Like I said, let me know in the comments how you feel. I can't use a spoon or whatever and put everything in there. I just use my hands. If that's wrong, if you don't want me doing that anymore, let me know in the comments. Let me know how you feel. I'm just going to add it all in. Why not? I wasn't going to add it all as a part of it. Like I said, I'm not making it for a batch of people or anything. I'm just making it for myself, so I really don't see a problem with it, but let me know how you feel. Should I use a spoon or something, or let me know in the comments. Like I said, I'm new with this cooking thing. I'm not a professional cook or anything. I really haven't cooked in years. Like I said, I'm trying to eat a little healthier. I am finally starting to lose a little bit of weight now. I'm down to 386 pounds as of this morning. Like I said, I'm using a rotisserie chicken I got at the store. So the chicken's already cooked, ready to go. And it's flavored up good. So it adds a little more flavor to the dish. Like I said, I spread a lot. I gotta wipe the sweat off of me and things. If you prefer I walk off camera and come back, let me know. I can do that. If you have any dishes you would like me to try, let me know in the comments. That's how I got this one. Someone suggested it. Luckily, he suggested chicken rice stir fry, which is a little bit different, but I don't like plain rice, so that's why I'm doing it this way, making chicken fried rice. I don't remember who suggested that, but I will leave the one that suggested it. I will leave it in the description if I remember to. If I forget, if you're watching this, mention in the comments if you would like that it was you. I appreciate it. Thank you for your suggestion. I do read the comments. I may not answer all of them, but I'm going to try. Even if it just says, thanks for the suggestion, thanks for the comment, whatever, I will try to respond to all the comments. I have a lot of cookbooks. I never use them. Why did you buy all those cookbooks? You wasn't going to use them. I have no idea. But I've been going through them. I found like 70-something recipes I picked out just out of 4 cookbooks. So I got plenty of recipes for a while. One person, a friend of mine downstairs, she mentioned, because I told her I made some cupcakes the other day, the video. There's one more video to go out before cupcakes. Now the mushroom soup video is, the green bean casserole video is about the same. It's just I'm using green beans with it instead of making a casserole instead of soup. But it's the same mushroom soup recipe. But after that one is Wesson if I'm pronouncing that right. Western Oil Cupcakes is the name of it. But a friend of mine downstairs mentioned the other day about ice cream cone cupcakes. I talked to her about it and looked up a couple videos on it, and it looks pretty good. It sounds interesting. So sometime this weekend I'm going to try that. So you can look forward to that video. I do have some cupcakes left from the last video this week in the freezer. I shared a few of them with some friends downstairs. The cupcakes I'm going to make for the ice cream cone cupcakes is going to be red velvet. So if you like red velvet, you might be interested in the next video. I made this rice this morning. If there's a problem with using bag rice, let me know your opinion in the comments. Let me know. Because I don't cook rice. I don't know anything about cooking rice. That's why I done it this way. Me and my dad was talking the other day. He was watching the thing on TV. Said it's 2 cups water to 1 cup rice. And I said, well, they mentioned 1 to 1. And I was trying to figure it out, and I looked it up. And they said with stir-fried rice, you want to use a 1 to 1 ratio instead of 1 to 2. So if that's not right, or you have a better way of doing it, let me know in the comments. I appreciate it, because I'm new with a lot of this cooking stuff. So the recipes, a lot of them call for 3 cups, but some call for 4. 2 bags is 4 cups, so I'm using 4 cups. If that's wrong, if you have a different way of doing it, that's it. Let me know in the comments. I do have a Facebook page now for this YouTube channel. Link is in the description. I'm going to make a full pan, so I hope I like it, because I'm going to be eating on it for a while. I have 3 eggs here I'm adding into it. I already got them scrambled. Cook this here a few minutes, get everything stirred in. I don't know how long I've been cooking. My camera shuts off after a half an hour. So if you miss a little bit, yell at my camera. For the red velvet cupcakes, next time I'm just going to use a box mix. I have some minced garlic here. I need to buy some more. I'm starting to run low. I'm just using a regular tablespoon here. Going to add some in. Using about 3/4 of that spoon here. It says here 1 teaspoon equals about 1 clove. So I'm adding about 2 cloves of garlic into the rice. A lot of cloves, a lot of recipes call for 4 cloves. But some like garlic, some don't like as much. So I'm adding just a little bit for flavor. I'm not adding a whole lot. I don't want it overpowered with garlic. You gotta keep stirring it or it'll stick to the bottom of the pan and tie it down. And this pan's getting full. I'm starting to have a problem stirring this thing without making a mess. I apologize. The camera kicked off. Like I said, it kicks off after a half an hour. I have no idea how long the camera was off without going back and checking the other video. I got everything in here cooking. I just added the soy sauce.
Wasn't too long.
Video's pretty much over. I added the soy sauce. I'm just cooking that and getting everything stirred in, cooked well. But the dish is pretty much done. I will have the name of who suggested this in the description. So if you would like to thank them, you can find the name there. If you have any suggestions for anything I can make or way to improve this dish, how you do it differently, please leave it in the comments. I have 2 YouTube channels. You can find the links for those in the description as well, along with Discord. If you're on Discord, you can find the link for that, and PayPal. If you're interested in donating, I don't expect anybody to ever donate, but if anyone is interested, the link for that is also in the description. I will have the ingredients I used for this dish. Really not the amount, because you see I really didn't measure anything. But I will have the ingredients I used, and how I make the sauce. I will have the ingredients for that and the measurements for that in the description as well. So sorry if you missed anything. I don't know when it kicked off. My dad noticed it and said something to me. Normally I hear it. I heard it the last time, but I didn't hear it kick off.
I didn't either.
I need to set a timer next time so I know about when the camera's going to kick off, because it has a 30-minute timer on it. But here we have chicken fried rice. First time making it. Hopefully you didn't miss too much of the video. Sorry about that. I'll try to do better next time. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.